Hey, this is State Representative Antonio Parkinson, and I'm here with the one and only Dr. Pastor Sammie Holloway, and we're here at Breath of Life Christian Center to talk to Pastor Holloway. So Pastor Holloway, tell us about Sammie Holloway pre-ministry.
When I grew up, people were poor. We lived in the slave quarters. They wouldn't call them that, but that's what they were. You know, the worst of the houses, the worst of the food, the majority race. My mama would leave my home every day and go into another community to take care of the children there. My daddy would leave the home and go into another community to take care of that community. So our communities were left unguarded. But yet at the same time, while we were poor financially, we were rich morally because mama and daddy were there when we were small. And wherever you went, adults would see to it that children did the right thing. Or any of them would whip you or tell your parents and you would get a whip for wrong actions. We were morally wealthy because the village took care of one another. Now, because of so much financial poverty, we have become morally and spiritually poor. And we don't even recognize it.
Right. Because, you know, it'd be kind of hard for me to do this interview and not talk about First Lady Addie Holloway and how we got here to, and how many years is it now?
October this year will be 45 years.
45 years. What is the one, if you can sum it up to one thing that kept you together for 45 years? That's a long time, half a century almost.
Yeah.
What's that one thing?
It's love. And that's what's wrong with a lot of couples now. They won't let their love go beyond themselves. In other words, if you don't do this, then I'm not going to do that. And the love that causes a couple to be able to stay is the love that says, I'm yours. I'm giving all I have, not 50%. You got all of me, regardless of how you treat me.
What's your bare bones mission and what you want to see accomplished with this ministry?
To get people from being mediocre Christians and to fully lean on the Word of God as the way to live. When you do that, you're living holy, you're living by faith, you're living in love. Growth happens. This ministry has always grown constantly, but moderately, slowly. Now, we get a lot of people born again. My calling is to call believers to a discipleship closer to God.
What's your vision for the community in regards to Breath of Life Christian Center and you know where you want to go with the church itself?
The vision with the community is not any different from with the church. Now, because of the transitioning of this community, then the church had to make some transition. We have to become more to the community than we did when the community was more prosperous. You know, so we do what we can to service the community and what we see the community, what we feel the community needs.
So, Pastor Holloway, this has been absolutely wonderful interview. Is there anything else that you would like people to know, or that you want to tell, you know, our viewers and our readership about yourself or about, you know, anything that you have going on?
We have our 30-year celebration. We have some pretty exciting guests coming. C.C. Winans, Pastor Ricky Temple. We're looking at Helen Bella, Jonathan Slocum, just some major time. And then some of the homegrown ministers will be coming back and being with us and that type thing. This verse is true. Hosea the prophet spoke it. The only reason people are destroyed is for a lack of knowledge. He didn't say lack of education. He said lack of knowledge. A whole lot of folks have education, but they don't get the knowledge that they need from God, relative whether it's secularly used or spiritually used. Then God says you'll be destroyed until you start operating in that knowledge.